If you're over 60 and can't stay asleep through the night, you're not alone. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid, a physician who spent more than 25 years studying aging, circulation, and muscle recovery in adults over 60. Most people I meet wake up around 2 or 3 a.m., not from worry, not from noise, but because the body's internal signals have lost their timing. If this sounds familiar, take a moment to subscribe and leave a quick comment telling me where you're watching from. It helps more older adults find this channel and maybe find hope in their own nights again. In younger years, sleep just happened. You didn't have to think about it. The chemistry was automatic. After 60, that chemistry changes. Melatonin drops, circulation slows, and the body cools too early in the night. The result? You wake, mind alert, body confused. But your body isn't broken. It's simply missing a few natural messengers that once kept that rhythm steady. And you don't have to replace them with pills. Nature already built them into real foods, especially fruits that help the brain, the blood, and the nervous system talk to each other again. Stay with me for a few minutes. Tonight we'll look at 6 simple, everyday fruits that help your body remember how to rest and stay asleep naturally. When those signals work properly, the body becomes effortless again. The brain knows when to quiet down, the blood keeps its rhythm, and the gut releases small bursts of serotonin again, enough to make you drowsy instead of restless. That's how we were wired in the beginning, through rhythm, not force, and that same rhythm can return. The foods you'll explore tonight don't knock you out. They help your system find timing again, one quiet signal at a time. Number 6, avocado, the foundation of calm. Every good night's sleep begins long before you close your eyes. It begins with balance, the kind that happens quietly inside your blood, your nerves, and your heartbeat. Avocado helps create that balance. It doesn't make you sleepy. It makes your chemistry steady enough so that sleep can finally happen. Inside this fruit is a rare combination of magnesium, potassium, and healthy fats, a trio that calms the electrical chatter of the nervous system. Magnesium helps your muscles exhale, potassium steadies your pulse, and the healthy fats slow digestion just enough to keep your blood sugar smooth through the night. When those signals stay steady, your body doesn't send false alarms at 2 a.m. Your heart stops racing, your breath slows, and your brain reads that quiet as safety. A 2020 review in the Journal of Nutrition and Healthy Aging found that older adults with steady evening magnesium levels had fewer nighttime awakenings and lower blood pressure while asleep. That same mineral pattern appears naturally in avocado, but in a softer, more absorbable form than supplements. It's not a spike, it's a signal. There's another subtle role here too. Avocado carries vitamin B6, which helps convert tryptophan into serotonin, the messenger that later becomes melatonin. Without enough B6, the brain may know it's night but can't finish the chemical conversation that leads to rest. A few slices of avocado with your evening meal restart that dialogue. If you often wake in the middle of the night with your heart thumping or your mind alert, try half an avocado with dinner, or alongside a poached egg 2 hours before bed. Keep it simple. No salt, no sauces. Let the calm taste remind your body that stability is nourishment too. Avocado doesn't put you to sleep. It clears the static so your signals can align again, because before rest comes silence. And this may be the quiet signal your body's been waiting for. Number 5, apricots, the gentle relaxer. Some foods help you sleep by calming the mind. Others work deeper, teaching the body itself to loosen its grip. Apricots belong to that second kind. Their warmth isn't in temperature, but in chemistry. A blend of beta-carotene, tryptophan, and potassium that teaches your muscles, nerves, and blood vessels to soften together. When you were younger, your muscles released tension naturally after movement. They knew when the day was over. But with age, calcium and cortisol compete. One keeps muscles tight, the other keeps the brain alert. The result is a body that never quite powers down. Apricots gently undo that. Their beta-carotene feeds the mitochondria inside muscle fibers, helping cells produce energy efficiently so they can finally relax instead of spasm. Their potassium keeps heart rhythm steady, and tryptophan slips quietly into the serotonin pathway, the same one the brain uses to tell your body it's time to rest. In 2018, researchers in Frontiers in Nutrition noted that older adults with diets rich in orange fruits had significantly better parasympathetic tone, meaning their rest and digest system activated more easily at night. Apricots, both fresh and dried, were among the most effective sources. There's also something sensory about them. That gentle sweetness isn't sharp like candy. It's slow, mellow, almost nostalgic. It reminds your system of sunset, not adrenaline. That's why small evening rituals matter. 2 or 3 apricot halves about 45 minutes before bed can trigger that association night after night. You can have them fresh in summer or soak dried ones in winter. If you choose dried, rinse and warm them slightly in water. That tiny bit of heat improves absorption and relaxes digestion. Pair them with herbal tea, not dairy or caffeine. Let the warmth spread quietly. Apricots don't put you to sleep. They remind your muscles how to let go. And sometimes that gentle release is all it takes for the night to find you again. Number 4, papaya, the digestive healer. Sleep isn't just about the brain. It's about everything the body is trying to finish before it can rest. For many older adults, the real reason they wake at 2 or 3 a.m. isn't the mind at all. It's the gut. When digestion slows or inflammation lingers, the nervous system stays on alert. Papaya helps quiet that system by healing the pathway between the stomach and the brain. This fruit does something remarkable for sleep. It lightens the body's workload. Inside papain, a natural enzyme, breaks down proteins gently, reducing the pressure and bloating that often appear after dinner. Meanwhile, its folate and vitamin C support the repair of intestinal tissue, a quiet act of healing that lowers inflammation and, in turn, allows cortisol to fall. Once the gut feels safe, the vagus nerve, the long messenger connecting the intestines and brain, finally signals calm. In 2021, a small clinical review in Nutrients found that older adults who consumed enzyme-rich tropical fruits like papaya had fewer nighttime awakenings and lower markers of oxidative stress after 4 weeks. The body wasn't just digesting better, it was regulating better. Papaya also contains natural magnesium and water, a rare pairing that hydrates and relaxes the bowel at the same time. That combination matters. Constipation or slow digestion is one of the most overlooked reasons older adults can't stay asleep. The gut doesn't switch off. It keeps asking for energy. Papaya answers with balance instead of force. To try it, have half a cup of fresh papaya after dinner, not right before bed, but about 1 hour after eating. Add a squeeze of lime or a few mint leaves if you like. Both enhance the enzymes and reduce gas. Avoid pairing with heavy dairy or fried food, which cancel out its soothing chemistry. Papaya doesn't make you drowsy. It gives your body permission to stop working. And sometimes that quiet permission is what allows rest to arrive. Number 3, cantaloupe, the circulation cooler. Every heartbeat carries a message. When blood moves freely, that message reaches every corner of the body, the muscles, the skin, even the brain. But when circulation slows, the body feels trapped in its own noise. Racing heart, warm face, restless legs. Cantaloupe helps quiet that noise through one of nature's simplest pathways: hydration and minerals. This pale orange fruit is nearly 90% water, but it's not just about fluids. It's the balance inside that water, potassium, vitamin C, and antioxidants, that helps your blood vessels relax and widen. As vessels open, blood pressure falls naturally, and the body's cooling system turns back on. That's what makes cantaloupe so effective in the evening. It cools the blood without chilling the body. A calm vessel means a calm pulse. A 2022 study in the American Journal of Hypertension showed that older adults who increased potassium intake through whole fruits, particularly melons, saw improved nighttime circulation and deeper sleep efficiency within 4 weeks. Better blood flow isn't just heart health, it's brain calm. When oxygen moves steadily, the brain's wake centers receive the signal to power down. Cantaloupe also carries natural adenosine and beta-carotene, two compounds that gently encourage the body to rest and repair. Adenosine is the same neurotransmitter that caffeine blocks during the day. In the evening, it builds up naturally to create sleep pressure. Eating hydrating fruits like cantaloupe supports that cycle instead of disrupting it. To use it well, slice a few cubes and keep them cool, not cold after dinner. Eat them slowly, letting the moisture spread across your tongue. If you tend to feel warm or flushed at night, this small ritual helps reset your internal temperature and heart rhythm. Avoid eating it right before lying down. Give your body half an hour to absorb the hydration. Cantaloupe doesn't slow the heart by force. It teaches it to breathe again. And when circulation finds its rhythm, rest often follows close behind. Number 2. Kiwi, the rhythm restorer. Some foods don't just help you fall asleep, they help you stay in rhythm. Kiwi is one of those quiet restorers. It works like a bridge between your gut and your brain, helping them speak the same chemical language again. When that communication flows, your body remembers when it's night and when it's morning, and deep, unbroken sleep begins to return. Inside this small green fruit is a powerful blend of folate, serotonin precursors, and vitamin C. Folate helps the brain build neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, while vitamin C protects those fragile messengers from breaking down under stress. Together, they form the foundation of your circadian rhythm, the inner clock that tells every cell when to rest and when to repair. In 2011, a team from the University of Taipei studied adults with chronic insomnia who ate 2 kiwis an hour before bed for 4 weeks. The results were striking. Participants slept 13% longer, spent 5% more time in deep sleep, and woke up 29% less often. That study became a cornerstone of natural sleep research, not because kiwi is magic, but because it restores timing. Kiwi's secret lies in serotonin, the neurotransmitter that later converts into melatonin. When serotonin rises naturally in the evening, it tells the pineal gland that darkness has arrived. It's not a drug sleep, it's a rhythmic one. You fall asleep more gently and wake up more fully because your body knows the steps again. For best effect, eat 1 or 2 ripe kiwis about an hour before bed. Avoid pairing them with heavy meals or acidic citrus. They work best on a light stomach. The small tang you taste is a sign of the fruit's natural actinidin enzyme, which also calms mild inflammation in the gut, helping that gut-brain connection stay open through the night. Kiwi doesn't knock you out. It guides you back into rhythm, the simple pattern your body once knew by heart. Number 1, tart cherry, the deep sleep catalyst. This last one might sound familiar. You've probably heard that cherries, especially the tart kind, can help with sleep. And while it's easy to dismiss that as another internet claim, the truth is, this fruit has earned its reputation. Of all the natural foods studied for improving sleep quality, tart cherry remains one of the most consistent performers. It deserves its place at number 1. Tart cherries contain a unique blend of natural melatonin, anthocyanins, and tryptophan, 3 compounds that work together to calm inflammation, lower cortisol, and help the brain enter deep restorative cycles. Unlike supplements that flood the system, the melatonin from cherries rises gradually, mirroring the body's own rhythm. It doesn't sedate, it synchronizes. In 2018, a clinical study published in the American Journal of Therapeutics found that adults who drank tart cherry juice nightly slept an average of 84 minutes longer and reported better morning alertness after just 2 weeks. Their inflammation markers also dropped, showing that rest and repair were happening at the same time. Anthocyanins, the deep red pigments that give cherries their color, are powerful antioxidants that protect neurons and blood vessels. They reduce the tiny oxidative stress signals that often wake older adults in the early morning hours. When those stress alarms fade, the nervous system can finally stay quiet through the night. If you want to try it, use 100 to 120 milliliters of unsweetened tart cherry juice about 45 minutes before bed. Choose natural varieties, not cocktail mixes, and avoid combining with other sugary fruits. You can also eat a handful of frozen tart cherries if juice isn't available. Their natural acids support digestion and their slow melatonin release prepares the brain gently for rest. This fruit doesn't overpower the night, it aligns with it. And sometimes that quiet alignment is all it takes to turn sleep from struggle back into rhythm. If you've listened this far, you may have noticed a pattern. Every fruit we talked about sends a signal. One for calm, one for rhythm, one for flow. But food alone is only half the message. The other half is timing, when and how you give your body that signal. That's what I call the sleep signal ritual, a gentle sequence that teaches your body every evening that the day is ending. It doesn't involve screens, supplements, or long routines. Just three small steps that blend nutrition, warmth, and rhythm. Simple, sensory, and deeply human. Step 1. The evening warmth. Every culture that values longevity begins the night with warmth. In Japan, it's a cup of yuzu tea. In India, it's turmeric milk. In Scandinavia, it's a warm foot soak. Warmth does something science now confirms. It expands blood vessels in the hands and feet, allowing the body's core temperature to drop gently. That small drop is the biological cue for sleep. It's how the body says, the work is done. You can create this at home with something as simple as a warm compress or a short soak. Fill a basin with water just warm enough to comfort, not burn. Add a slice of ginger or a few mint leaves to help circulation. Soak your feet for 10 minutes around 8 p.m. Not too late. While you sit, breathe slowly and notice the way the body starts to soften. That shift you feel isn't tiredness, it's safety returning. Step 2. The fruit and calm pairing. After warmth comes nourishment, not in size but in signal. Choose one of the 6 fruits we talked about tonight. Half an avocado for calm, 2 apricot halves for relaxation, a few cubes of papaya to soothe digestion, cantaloupe for cooling, kiwi for rhythm, tart cherry to close the night. The key is to eat it with intention, slowly, without distraction. When you chew slowly, taste becomes chemistry. The brain interprets that sweetness, acidity, and texture as a safe, familiar cue. That's why the old advice to have a light snack before bed wasn't superstition. It was neurobiology. A stable blood sugar curve keeps cortisol down, and serotonin can finish its job, turning into melatonin. It's not indulgence, it's instruction. If you like, pair it with herbal tea, chamomile, lemongrass, or warm water with a squeeze of lime. Avoid caffeine or alcohol. They blur the body's timing. Keep this ritual consistent for 7 nights, even if you don't feel instant change. What you're building isn't habit, it's communication. Step 3. The breath and light reset. The final signal isn't from food, it's from rhythm itself. After you've finished your fruit and tea, dim the lights. Take 3 slow breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. On each exhale, feel the shoulders drop a little lower. You can place one hand on your chest, one on your abdomen, and notice how they move together. This simple coordination resets the vagus nerve, which links the heart, lungs, and gut. The same pathway those fruits have been healing all along. If your room feels too still, keep a faint, warm light. Something golden, not blue. Let that be the last thing your eyes see. The body stores that color as dusk, not as alertness. After 5 or 10 minutes, you'll notice the transition. The breath deepens, the body feels heavier, the noise inside quiets. For decades, I've watched older adults spend years trying to force sleep, counting hours, pills, and breaths, when the real solution was rhythm. This ritual isn't a cure, it's a return to pattern. You don't need perfection, only consistency. The goal isn't to fall asleep, it's to remind your body that night has meaning again. And if you ever doubt that something this simple can work, remember this. Your body already knows how to rest. It just needs the right sequence: warmth, nourishment, and breath. To remember, each fruit, each step, works on a different axis. Calm, relax, digest, circulate, restore, and deepen. Together, they form a language your body once spoke fluently. You don't need all 6 fruits or a perfect routine. Even one steady signal, a warm soak, a quiet breath, a small bowl of fruit, can start the conversation again. What matters most isn't speed, it's rhythm. The body listens to repetition, not force. When you give it these same gentle cues at the same time each night, chemistry begins to trust the pattern again. And with trust comes release. That's when the body stops fighting the night and starts belonging to it again. You've made it to the end of this journey, and by now, something in you may already feel a little quieter. Because what we've explored tonight isn't only about sleep, it's about rhythm, the simple biological conversation your body used to hold so naturally. The same rhythm that guided your heartbeat as a child, slowed your breathing at dusk, and whispered, "You're safe now, it's time to rest." That rhythm never disappears. It only fades when life gets too loud. Late meals, glowing screens, scattered thoughts, they confuse the body's sense of time. But chemistry has memory, and with a few consistent signals, the warmth of water, the sweetness of fruit, the softness of breath, that memory can return. Each fruit we explored tonight carries one of those signals. Avocado steadies your heart. Apricot teaches your muscles to release. Papaya soothes the gut. Cantaloupe cools the blood. Kiwi restores timing. And tart cherry completes the night. They don't work through force. They work through rhythm. That's what true rest is. Not escape, but coordination. So tonight, choose one quiet gesture. Half an avocado with dinner. A slice of kiwi before bed. A handful of cherries as you dim the lights. Do it at the same hour for 7 nights and watch what happens. Not as a challenge, but as a reconnection. When you wake, pay attention. Does your heart beat slower? Does your breath come easier? That's not luck. That's your chemistry remembering harmony. If this message resonates, take a moment to like this video. It helps more people over 60 discover the calm they've been missing. And share in the comments which fruit or ritual you'll try first. Your story might be the one that helps someone else sleep through the night again. If you haven't yet, subscribe so we can keep restoring rhythm together, week by week, night by night. Because your body remembers how to sleep. You just have to remind it